All right, so some back yoga. Try to open up the lines in the back to soothe some pain in there. That will be good. Jackson, so yeah, just take the knees about 90-degree angle and really heavy in the feet. And just circle that out where your arms go straight and then they pull in. Your head is straight up, massaging the low back. And then switch directions. Great. And then drop one foot down, left foot on the ground, interlace the fingers, take that right knee up towards your shoulder and just give that a little bit of massage too. So you're moving the knee around. Good. Forward and back. Bending and straightening. Hold that knee tight next to that right shoulder, even off to the side. Excellent, because it starts pulling the inner lines in that right thigh. And then straighten, slowly straighten out that left leg. Oh yeah, feels amazing. You can even circle out the right ankle, toes rolling around. Multitasking, one of my favorite things. Ankle stretches. Good, and then switch or release the grip and use your left hand to bring that right knee over for a supine twist. Gentle, especially if you have a sore back, just let that be gentle. You could take that right arm and bring it high up above you to stretch the right side and then pull it back down so that you're resting gently, right shoulder. Soft, easy breath through the belly. You can feel a stretch through the upper body. Excellent. Bring it back to center. Take both knees back up to your chest. Rock again. This time you can bring it nice and tight. Maybe even grab towards your elbows and your head comes up. Once you find that inhale with the forehead towards the knees, exhale, let your head drop down. Good. And then rock some more. Maybe there's a deep sigh in there. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Drop the right foot onto the mat. Interlace the fingers, left knee, circle out that left knee. And then off to the side a little bit, off towards those ribs, pull it in tighter. Chin stays down, and slowly, with just that heel touching the mat, roll or rub the heel. You can even circle out the right ankle, toes rolling around. Multitasking, one of my favorite things. Ankle stretches. Good, and then switch or release the grip and use your left hand to bring that knee over for a supine twist. Gentle, especially if you have a sore back, just let that be gentle. You could take that right arm and bring it high up above you to stretch the right side and then pull it back down so that you're resting gently. Soft, easy breath through the belly. You can feel a stretch through the upper body. Excellent. Bring it back to center. Take both knees back up to your chest. Rock again. This time you can bring it nice and tight. Drop your knees. Set your hips back gently. Sit bones come back. Drop the forehead down. You can even support your head with a block or a towel. And walk your fingers over to the right. Use your breath. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the other side. New breath. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale to move yourself to tabletop. Hands adjust underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips and hip width apart. Play with cat-cow as you round your back, chin into your chest, broaden the shoulders. And then exhale, drop the navel down, sit bones pull back, heart reaches forward. And just alternate that. It's your own breath speed. Inhale one direction, exhale the other. Good. And that movement, any sort of pulsing and movement, I bring my hips back when I drop down. Feels good. Just two more. Inhale to drop, exhale to round. Firm arms. Last one. Exhale. Excellent. Walk the knees back and bring yourself slowly down. It doesn't have to look like this, but if you're able, you can gently do half of a push-up, yoga push-up where you're pulsing and then gently bringing your chest all the way down to the ground. Good. So you're there, drop your toes, adjust, and just take a moment to turn your head to one side. Feel your whole body just rest on the ground. Your ear completely on the mat. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Turn your head the other way. Ear completely on the mat. Take an inhale and let it out through the mouth. Good. And now bend the knees, adjust the hands so that they're pulling on either side of you, pulling that torso, that belly nice and long, and then support your head with your hands, either fist or palms flat, and just do windshield wipers to soothe the hip sockets. And also circle out the ankles, that feels nice. Your own rhythm. That looks good. Just off side to side. Good. Drop the toes back down to the bottom of the mat, toes together. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lengthen the body, like drape your belly, your navel forward, and then hover. Hover the hands, hover the toes. Or you can just keep the hands on the ground and nice and light to press, whatever feels comfortable to your back right now. This is a little bit more intense, just to free up your hands and not use your hands. Good, and then let it go back down. Take a breather. You can do your windshield wipers. You could do your breath, your ear. Good, and then one more time, cobra. This is cobra. Hands underneath your shoulders. Lengthen through your chest. Lift your toes. Notice how long that neck is and that chin is level, lengthening through the back of the head. All right, let it go. Moving on to Sphinx pose. That's a great segue into Sphinx. So Sphinx is that forearms right underneath your shoulders. Adjust if you need to. I had to move back a little bit. So same sensation, but now your elbows are supporting you. Possibly a little bit of pulse where you can hover the elbows. Good. And then drop them down. And the legs are nice and firm. Your chest is reaching forward. Chin is level. See if that feels good to your back. Good. If you want a little deeper, you may be able to fully extend the arms and lift. Good. Soften as you drop, and then extend the chest forward. Good. Last one. Nice. So hopefully that warmed up the back a bit, and you can move your torso into full up dog if that works for you. Good. Back into tabletop, and then into down dog. Shake out the head, and then forward fold. A little bit of both feet, hands. Bend the knees, grab the elbows, and rock your torso side to side. Shake out the head. Good. Hang on to that. All right, arms coming high. Right hand, left wrist, up and over to the right side. Stretch out that side body. Just exploring. You might be able to even go forward and back. Inhale, come back up, and then switch sides. Left hand, right wrist, lift up. Off and over to that left side. Again, that exploration where you're rolling. All right, so let's do that one more time. Same thing, left hand, right wrist, up and over. A little different though this time. Keep that side bend, stretching. Left hand on the hip, stretch all the way over. Good, this might feel good to you for that side, for that back. Bring that right foot behind you and continue to stretch out that side. Excellent, so you're crisscrossing the legs. Right hand could even come behind the head. Good. And then all the way back out. Take a break. Circle the hips. Breathe. Switch directions. All right, other side. Right hand, left wrist. Inhale, bring that all the way up to pull off to the right. Lean into the right foot, right hand on the hip, stretch a little bit, and then find that left leg coming behind you. Good. You can even look down, hand behind the head. Good, head comes up. Keep that hand where it is and bring the other hand and bring the foot and go right into just a wide open elbow stretch, chest opening, and then bring it down. It can come all the way down, rocking side to side. Notice how slow I'm moving. If you're having any back pain, it's really important to go super, super slow with your body. Just be mindful and use your breath. Go ahead and roll up. That's it. And we'll do that a couple times if it feels okay on your body. You're opening it up your chest. Find that movement, that firm base in your feet. Push the hips back. Roll the elbows forward. Chin to the chest and roll down. Good. Rock side to side, opening the hamstrings. Roll back up. Find your center. Push into the feet. Hollow out the belly and fire up the legs as you roll up. Right, great. Next time we go down, we're going to release the arms. So inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, slow it down. Elbows towards each other, chin to the chest. Roll, roll, roll yourself down. Rock side to side. Release the arms. Good. Shake out the head. And might as well take the feet farther apart so that the feet are parallel to each other. Walk the hands towards the same line as your feet if you can, and then pull yourself down. It's fine to microbend the knees. You see that little microbend? Pull down. Just see if that works for your back, soft shoulders. Feet are strong. Maybe there's a pulse right and left. Good. Let the heart walk out, or the hands and the arms go straight as the heart walks out. Possibly you can use blocks here. Let me just demonstrate with blocks. Really cool. You can use your blocks right ahead of you so that your palms are on your blocks and you're extending and lengthening through your upper body. Great for your shoulders too. Ribs in, torso long. All right. Walk your blocks back in. Use one of the blocks underneath your shoulder, or your palm right underneath your shoulder, and then gently bring your right arm high. We'll do both sides, so if you're on your left, that's fine too. And then switch. Hand comes down, other arm comes up. Long twist should be helpful. So one more time, if it felt good to your back, check in, see if this is a good posture for you. It's great for the legs. One more. Switching sides. Excellent. Hand comes down. Still keeping the legs nice and wide, but you're going to bring them in slightly to bend and sit back. You'll use the elbows to open your inner thighs like a book. Yes. See if that works. You're using your legs. Chest is open and pressing forward. Really nice. Inner thigh, hips shooting back. And then drop. There's two ways of doing this. You can drop the shoulder down and look over. The left shoulder's dropping for me, looking over the right. Or if you need it a little deeper, you can push. See that hand pushes the knee back as you open that whole inner thigh on the left. Excellent. That's it. Keep breathing. All right, come back to center. Know that if you need to break and to straighten your legs, do that. Or continue to the next side. Shoulder drops. Or take it deeper where that arm extends straight, pushing into the right knee, looking over the opposite shoulder. Shoot the hips back, firm up the feet. Awesome. Come back to center. Legs are burning. And go ahead and straighten that out. Oh, shake it out. Really nice. Really good. Circle out the hips. So there was one more variation of that wide leg forward fold that I want to do that might be helpful for the back. So go back into, actually there's two things. So go back into this wide parallel feet. Open up the arms, bring your arms up. Bring your hands behind you, interlace, open up the chest, and then dive yourself forward. Good. Arms up and over. It's okay to move the fists side to side. All right, before you release your hands, bring them to the low back, give it a little pound. Calves, IT band. And then this is the second one where we're just bringing the torso to one side. Doesn't matter which side, just let that torso move over to one leg. Give that a pull. Back to center. And then the other side. Shake out the head, make sure the head is relaxed. Excellent. Now back to center, and hopefully you're like parallel on your mat where you can just turn to one side to the front of the mat and find yourself in your child's pose if your back is really sore and you need to soothe it, or move through your high to low push-up. It's up to you to see what feels right for your body right now. Good. Even that low cobra, if you want to go back into that low cobra with your back, go gently down and just kind of let that lift. Even the Sphinx pose, to find that really nice. And then we're going to move into some hips lunges. From your Sphinx pose, if you're with me, tuck your toes under, come into forearm plank, and then into dolphin, where you're walking the toes toward your elbows, possibly straightening out the arms one at a time. Yes, shake out the head. You're back in your down dog. And step forward with the right foot. You can step it all the way up between your thumbs if you're capable of doing that. Or this is the soothing way, especially if you're a little bit of stiff pain in the back. Drop that left knee and bring that right foot forward. Great way to get there. Extra support, padding underneath that left knee. Right hand on the knee, left hand on the knee. Really be mindful of what your body needs right now. Then that right hip crease moves back. Scoop up the arms, interlace the fingers, keep the length up out of the head, and add on a heart lift and an elbow pull back. Good. Just a bit. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your arms back up. Side bend, right side. Right hand can come to the ground. You can use a block to support yourself as the left arm comes up. Really nice, that's it. Good, left hand back to the head and bring it all the way back up. Maybe you feel like you want to lift again, up and out of the waist. Good, come back up. Bring your block to the other side. Left hand to that left side, right arm up and over. That play time with the chin moving down, helpful, and then moving back up. Nice, come on out. Straighten the front leg for half monkey pose. Right heel comes up. You can also use your blocks, one on either side. Heart's extending forward. Exhale to melt over. So one more here as you open up the chest to extend. Exhale, bring both hands on the inside of the right foot. Walk the foot off to the right. I'm going to turn so you can see me. But all you're doing is putting that right foot off to the right. You can use your blocks and walk your hands forward. Or release the blocks and walk your hands forward. Good. Nice, I'm going to back up a little bit. That's it, so this is puppy pose. Hands extending forward. Good. One more breath. Walk the hands back underneath you. Bring that right knee in. You can circle out that hip. Feel that hip moving, lifting it up and around. Make sure you go both directions. Up and down. Nice. Knee comes down, up to you. You can move through your flow. High to low push-up. Also dropping the knees for your push-up. A little bit of low cobra. Tabletop to down dog. Excellent. Or child's pose right here if you need it. So either take that left leg and step it all the way up to the front in between the hands, or if you need more support, you drop that right knee down and let your hand help this left leg forward. Excellent. You can also remember to use extra support underneath that back knee. Left hand on the knee, right hand on the knee. Good. Hip crease, left hip crease pulls back, so adjust so that engages the whole left leg. Scoop up the arms, hands behind the head to interlace the fingers, and let the chest lift up. Pull that up. Little sips of air and back bends. Nice engaged rib cage, ribs in, chest lifting. Good, chin comes down, extend the arms high, off to the left side first. Again, you can use your block, make sure they're close to you, so it's easy to grab them and use that for support. Up and over to that left side. Eyes straight ahead, or use that playtime to look down and up. Feels really good through the side body. Nice. Come back up, switch the block, and that left side, left arm up and over. Again, looking down and looking up. Really nice and mindful to move slowly. Inhale one direction, exhale the other. Last pulse. Great, inhale, come on up. Use both blocks for half monkey pose. So you're supporting yourself, flexing out through the heel. Let the chest open up, inhale. Exhale, melt forward. You can even move the blocks farther away if that works for you. You can also bring them higher. Notice that. In and out through the nose. Halfway lift to transition. Left hand on the inside of the right, and then the right foot off. The left foot, sorry, we're on the left foot. Left foot off to that left side. You could use your blocks if you need them to extend forward. You can even use them just underneath you. That works too. Lots of ways to use your props. And extend out through the torso, let the forehead drop. Last breath. Walk the hands underneath you. Right for a tabletop with one leg extending and circling one hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale to drop. Make sure you go both ways. All right, and then place that left knee down, hip width apart, and walk the hands forward. So now we're in puppy pose without the leg off to the side. So what we just did, but keep both knees down and firm and extend through that upper body. Excellent. So just feeling that movement with your fingers forward and your sit bones back and your ribs in and drop down. Soften the feet. Awesome. Walk the hands back in and then just sit however you can. So if it feels like you need a block underneath your hips or two, you can even put another block. That's helpful. And just give yourself a moment just to sit and see what it feels like on your back. A little bit of movement through the chin. Inhale, bring the arms high and add a twist. Take that right hand to the left knee and just look behind you. See if that works. Just stretching that out. Good. Come back up. And then the other side, turning. Nice. Come back up to center. And then take the blocks out and go into child's pose again, okay? Taking the blocks out. Set your hips back into child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Excuse me. Go place, go. Nice. And I think now is a good time to just go back onto our back and redo what we did at the beginning. Keeping that heavy 90-degree angle, and you're just circling out that back. Switch directions. Really good. And then plant the left foot down. Take the interlaced fingers, bring that right knee up towards your shoulder and just give that a little bit of movement. It's exactly what we did at the beginning. Knee off to the right. Hold it nice and tight. Check in with your chin. Your chin's level, back of the head's firm. And then slowly you're straightening this left leg, firmly pushing it down. Right knee up towards the right and pull it in. Try to be heavy. Next breath, cross it over. Right foot over slowly to the left. Again, since I have my blocks here, I'm going to use that for support underneath the knee. Good. And look the opposite direction. Adjust this left shoulder if your back is needing more support. The right shoulder can have even a block underneath it. Keep looking the opposite direction. Good. Gently come out. And we'll switch sides. So take all your props aside. Right foot stays planted. Left knee comes up. Interlace fingers. Bring that knee up towards the shoulder. Little circles. Deep sigh. Just letting your body relax. Low back. Heavy. Bring the left knee off to the left. Pull it a little tighter towards the left shoulder. Slide the right foot all the way down to the bottom of the mat. Next breath, Cross that right knee over for a supine twist, using your prop if you need it. Both places, knee and shoulder. For me, I don't need it on my shoulder, especially on this side. Two more breaths. Make sure your right rib cage is soft and relaxed on the mat. All right, inhale. Bring that knee to your chest, left knee. Slowly bring that right knee. Good. Rock side to side, circle out the knees. And then going slow again for gradually building up to happy baby again. Left foot on the mat, knee up. Grab the shin for that right side and rock a little, half of happy baby. Possibly go a little deeper, grabbing towards the outside edge of the foot, feeling that extension of the knee down towards the ground, and then push out through that left heel. Whew. Went a little deeper on the second time here. You can even use the left hand into the hip flexor, pounding. Self-massage, so good. Excellent. Bend that left knee again. Straighten the right leg. Oh, we're adding on just a little bit. This might feel good. Grab and straighten out through that right leg, so your right hamstring. And then straighten out the left leg again. Oh, fun, huh? How yoga, this is how you create your own home practice. You just explore what your body senses it, and it just goes into these postures. All right, release that right foot. Right foot comes down. Now we're on that left side, half of happy baby, a little bit of circling. Find that momentum of the knee dropping towards the earth, off to the side, holding the shin, or that bind where you're coming around the calf and reaching to the outside edge of the foot. If you feel like it's okay for your body, straighten out that right leg. Check in. Again, that little bit of pounding, self-massage on that hip flexor. How's the breath? Okay, and then yes, you guessed it, slowly bring that right knee up. Unwind the bind, that's important, so that you can just softly bring your hips back to symmetry before you go deep into your happy baby. And then add the bind where you're around the outside, into the ankle, into the outside edge of the foot. Good, happy baby. And I always encourage just some more movements here. You could straighten and bend, alternating sides. Check in with the low back. Let that low back roll down, flat. All right, so then release this right knee back down so that the foot's on the mat and the knee's straight up for that hamstring stretch where you're extending that left leg high. Good. Awesome. Whew. Give it a pull. Keep that hip socket down into the mat. Straighten the right leg. Gaze is right towards your toes. Nice. That was awesome. Drop that foot down. Bring the feet parallel to each other, knees straight up, and give it a little pound. Actually, what needs to happen is a little sit-up. So make sure you reach for your knees to sit up, mini crunch. Good. And then roll back down. And then now pound out the back. Little lifts. Feldenkrais exercise technique where you're just surrendering into that low back. Really good. All right. And then block. Hopefully you have a block, a book, a blanket to slide your hips up to support your back. Really nice. Allow your low back to soften and expand onto the block. There's different levels here. I didn't mention that, but you could go into the lowest level, medium, or even the high. But I suggest if you're having any tightness in the low back, that maybe that lowest height would be the best for you. And just let that happen where your whole belly drapes downward, your sacral bone, which is that triangle bone right underneath, right at the base of the spine, I mean. Let that just be supported fully. You can steeple or bridge, broken bridge. Excellent. Heavy. You can also walk the feet out. You can bend the knees and walk them to the right. Feels amazing. Back to center. And then over to the left. Good. And then back to center. Extend the legs straight. That feels right. Or just keep them bent, but walk them out a little bit. When you feel like you've had enough of that, then just bring the feet close to you, lift through the hips, slide the block out, and take a moment to really just settle the back down. I suggest if you do have two blocks, to place the blocks right underneath that sit bone. Actually, it is right by the sit bone. So that means that your low back is still connected to the ground. Let your arms spread out and your whole body just surrender and relax. And give yourself time to just rest in Shavasana. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.